As the man was shutting down the machine and preparing to head home from work, the chamber door suddenly jammed. Fearing his supervisor's wrath and potential pay docking, he broke protocol and crawled inside to fix it. Little did he know that this seemingly minor decision would completely alter the course of his destiny. The moment he lightly pried open the tray, the chamber door automatically sealed shut. The temperature inside skyrocketed instantly. His co-workers rushed over upon hearing his screams, desperately trying to force the door open, but the supervisor who had rushed to the scene stopped them cold. The machine was incredibly expensive. If damaged, none of them could afford to replace it. Showing complete disregard for the man's life, the supervisor immediately cleared everyone out and forced them back to work. Only after the equipment had completed its full cycle did a robot finally pull the barely alive Damon from the chamber. While he had managed to survive, the massive radiation exposure had triggered rapid organ failure throughout his body. He now had only 5 days left to live. When the company's CEO learned what had happened, not only did he refuse to offer Damon any compensation, he actually complained that Damon would dirty the bedsheets. In his eyes, a worker's life was utterly worthless. He tossed Damon a bottle of painkillers and told him to get lost. Damon witnessed every moment of this cold-hearted cruelty, swearing to make his boss pay for it. But with only days remaining, his sole hope for survival lay in reaching Elysium and accessing its advanced medical pods. By the late 21st century, Earth had become severely overpopulated and polluted, making it unfit for human habitation. All the wealthy had fled to preserve their luxurious lifestyles, constructing a ring-shaped space station 20,000 kilometers above Earth. This paradise boasted perfect climate and pristine air, with robotic servants providing round-the-clock service. Every household possessed medical pods representing humanity's pinnacle technology, capable of instantly curing any illness or injury, even bringing the dying back to perfect health. While countless Earth dwellers dreamed of this sanctuary, the prohibitive cost of passage kept it out of reach. Some terminally ill individuals resorted to dangerous smuggling attempts, which represented Damon's only chance at survival. Accompanied by his best friend Jack, they sought out Barbaro, the local crime boss who could forge legitimate Elysium citizenship papers and arrange secret passage aboard transport ships. However, Barbaro's services came at an astronomical price that exceeded their combined savings. When Damon proposed working off the dead after his treatment, Barbaro burst into laughter. He'd never heard such an outrageous request and told him to get lost. But learning that Damon had only 5 days to live completely changed Barbaro's attitude. Not only would he provide a free ticket, but he'd also cover all travel and accommodation expenses. In exchange, Damon would need to complete one dangerous mission: kidnap a wealthy Elysium businessman visiting Earth, then use a specialized interface to extract the victim's banking data from his brain and transfer it into Damon's own mind. The proposal left Damon conflicted. Every wealthy individual traveled with robotic bodyguards, making kidnapping essentially a suicide mission. Sensing his hesitation, Barbaro produced an exoskeleton suit. Once equipped, Damon would possess the same formidable strength as a robot. Though Jack tried to dissuade him, Damon had run out of options. This was his only shot at survival. He did have one condition: he wanted to target his own boss instead. Since Barbaro only cared about the money, any victim would suffice, so he readily agreed. Damon was immediately taken to an operating table where workers bolted the armor directly to his skeleton, carefully smoothing all edges before inputting the activation program. Feeling the perfectly integrated exoskeleton, Damon experienced unprecedented power coursing through his body. Without delay, the four-man team geared up and set out on their mission, while the unsuspecting CEO prepared to return to Elysium and resume his life of luxury.